Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. We're here for you each and every day to take you from where you are in your current state of health to where you need to be. Lifestyle is the medicine. It is. I think the way you think is probably some of the best medicine. But lifestyle plays a big role in that. So depression is something that, it's the number one prescribed medication right now is depression meds. Number one. Why is that? Live in America. Live in a place where you can pretty much, for the most part, do what you want. Okay? Got every opportunity in the world if you just apply yourself. If you have the right mindset. Yet we have more depression in our country than anywhere else. Why is that? Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. I think our thinking is off. I think that self-esteem is at an all-time low. I think that understanding our capabilities and our abilities, I think that's a big part of it, and not realizing that we are designed for more, not realizing that there's so much more we can do if we apply ourselves. And if we realize, you first got to understand who you are and what your talents are and what your greatest giftings are. And that's a whole different conversation. But that's a big piece of it, I think. And I think that poor eating habits, poor dietary habits lead to severe depression. We see that in the studies. We see that in a lot of it. Of course, life, right, can cause it. Just life situations and circumstances. But what about as we age? One thing that's interesting is that as we age, depression is definitely not a part of the aging process. It's a medical condition, so don't think as somebody gets older, they get depressed. So depression in older adults or anyone can be a serious illness. Doesn't matter if you're 25 or 95, it's still serious. But it affects about 7 million of the 39 million adults older than 65 in the U.S. Plays a big role. It's a misdiagnosis often, too. So the older adults can mask the depression by complaining of a physical problem, so it's harder to diagnose. According to the National Institutes of Mental Health, typical signs of depression in the elderly: sleep issues, which is too little or too much sleep, decreased pleasure and interest in previously enjoyed activities, decreased energy or concentration, an increase or decrease in appetite, feelings of hopelessness or helplessness, thoughts of death or suicide, and self-destructive and suicidal behavior. So the older adults are more likely to die by suicide, they say. 1 out of every 100,000 people aged 75 and older are in that category. So you just have to keep an eye out. So a person who's physically ill and not getting any better often has underlying depression. So medicine can help, psychotherapy can help, or a combination of both can really be effective in treating that depression. So it can help prevent depression by staying active and by being connected to other people through family and community activities, senior groups, or religious affiliation. All of that can make a real big difference in how you feel. But depression, it can strike anyone, and it can hit them. So you always want to keep an eye on it. If you see those symptoms in somebody you love, you care about, and you want to jump on it, get them the help they need, get them to somebody that can help, counselor. If it's real severe, get them to a physician so they can potentially seek treatment if needed. Because depression is not normal, okay? And once your daily activities become affected by it, that's when it becomes something that warrants getting some kind of work like that done. Really have to get it looked at. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. You can give us a call or go to the website. Get over to the phones and talk to Jake. Hi, Jake.
I want to know, do green tea and peppermint tea, do it really helps?
Well, yeah, green tea is really good. Peppermint tea's okay. I'm not a big fan of peppermint tea's good. It's good for a mental lift, but there's been some studies that have shown that peppermint tea can lower testosterone. See, for a guy, it's kind of catch-22, right? Because you're doing everything you can to maintain good, healthy testosterone levels, but if you're hammering down the peppermint tea, then you got a chance of lowering the T levels. That's something you don't want to do, right? That needs to be moving. That stuff needs to be working, and we need to get that as high as we can, because the healthy testosterone levels actually, and there's disagreements in this, okay, in healthcare. But there's different schools of thought, and some schools of thought say that you need to lower testosterone to avoid prostate issues. Other schools of thought say if you get too low in the testosterone, it can affect and cause prostate issues. I love the example I heard a urologist talk about at a conference, and he said, when you think about prostate health, you think about a young person, when like a guy, a male in his 20s, where his testosterone numbers, so just so you know, it goes from like 0 to, let's just say, 1,200 on the scale. When you're in your teenage years, 18 to 25, you're probably running about 900 on the testosterone scale. When you get into your 30s and 40s, you're probably hitting about 750. And then when you get into your, say, 50s and 60s, you're probably getting down around 400 to 500. So it slowly declines. But, I mean, a lot of people try to keep a guy that's had prostate cancer around 150. I mean, just bottom of the barrel. But if you realize that, the guy, the urologist said, he goes, how many kids, how many young guys that were in 18 to 25 had prostate cancer when their testosterone was running 900? None. So we don't get into trouble until the testosterone levels really start to drop. And so there's a lot of debate on that. My point is that peppermint tea can drop it. Green tea is great. It can actually support healthy testosterone levels, but it's actually really good for a lot of different things. Green tea's got like a 65% reduction across the board of all cancers. So it's just got tremendous benefits to overall health. I'm a big green tea guy. I'm a huge fan of it. Promote it. Use them. I'm a big fan. We use it in our coaching systems. And I teach about it all the time. So it's something I use on a regular basis. But green tea is great for health. I think it's one of the best things. If you're going to drink water, you might as well stick a green tea bag in it. That's my thought. Green tea's just got so many health benefits.
This show is designed to provide accurate information of a general nature on the subject matter covered, and given with the understanding that neither the host nor the station is engaged with rendering any form of medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. This information is not approved by the FDA and is not intended to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any disease. Always seek the advice of a licensed physician with any question you may have regarding a medical condition.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.